Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Sebastian Lemke and you may know me from casting several Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship events in Europe.
See it right there. There is the big T coming onto the table, as we are honestly. Yeah. Crystal Beast, such a beautiful deck.
And if you are following Yu-Gi-Oh! Closely, you probably have realized that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is getting bigger and bigger and bigger over the last couple of years. Yu-Gi-Oh! Events are getting larger numbers than ever before. Master Duel is doing its fair share of getting new players to the game, and therefore I was reminded of my beginnings in the game. I've been playing the game for a very long time, so I started out as a little kid. And back in the day, I didn't have a whole lot of money to spend on Yu-Gi-Oh! So I was very much on a budget. But I still wanted to have competitive success in Yu-Gi-Oh! And therefore I had to find other ways, and this series shall be about this struggle. Yu-Gi-Oh! On a budget, so this is the beginning of Budget Champion, which is the name of this series. And Budget Champion shall be about me opening up one display of amazing defenders and building a full deck out of that. Luckily, Amazing Defenders is a deck building set, so that should be easier. We have the Mikanko cards, the Purity cards, and the Rescue Ace cards in there, so those shall be what we start with. We cannot use any other cards than those cards. And then, week for week, we're going to upgrade our deck, but only with a budget of €5 per week. Myself together with you guys, because I will ask you on social media which cards shall we get and all that kind of stuff. We will be upgrading the deck week for week, and we will be attending locals on a weekly base. And then at some point we will also go to regionals or something with the deck we created, and therefore it shall be us getting our deck bigger and bigger, better and better, and yeah, hopefully becoming the budget champion at some point. And I will take you along for the ride. I hope you guys are prepared for it. In this episode, we're going to open the display and think about maybe what deck we're going to play with it, but please make sure to also help me out with that in the comments of the video. Alright everyone, here we now are with the display. As you can see, brand new and sealed Amazing Defenders, and I hope we get some kind of a deck out of this. That is the challenge of this whole thing. We know we are hunting for Puris, Amazing Defenders, or Mikanko cards, or just some good staples in general. But all the staples are like rare cards, so we should find staples plenty, and we should rather hope that we actually get a good couple of engine cards that are working together as a package. Always nice to open a brand new display. It's just such a unique feeling, and I think a lot of people can relate to it. Like, opening a new display is something a lot of people, especially when they start out with Yu-Gi-Oh! Are doing. And now the first pack magic, please help us out. Okay, we get the Extinguish. That's a good start because that's one of the cards for the Rescue Ace deck. And then the Gizmek field spell. I will group the cards together in their archetypes. We have the first delicious card for our Purity archetype, Machine Duplication, and Gizmek. I guess we probably will have to play Gizmek in our decks at some point, at the beginning at least, because we're not going to have any other cards. And there we see Mikanko Fire Dance as our first foil, being a super rare, and we get 2 Mikanko cards together. Second pack coming up now. All those cards where I don't really know whether I have to play them at the beginning, like XYZ Rivals, Stripe Rivals is just weird. Contain is another card for the Rescue Ace deck, which is really cool. Then Happy Memory, let's go. We actually get multiple Purity card very early on, and we actually take those because we need a couple of those quick spells, that's for sure. And the Rescue Ace Impulse as a super rare is actually really good as well. I really have to say, getting the Impulse here too really helps out. And maybe we just get a Rescue Ace deck together. It could work out like that. There's Randall. Okay, another Rescue Ace monster. Alright, we might be getting there. And there is Sauravis. I think I'm definitely going to play Sauravis at the beginning. And X Purely Happiness. Okay. This is one of the big ones, being a rank 7, so I don't know whether we're even going to be able to summon those out, but it's definitely not bad to have them. Look, yeah, I will rearrange this a little bit now so you can see what I have already pulled of which archetype. So we have one pile for the Mikankos, one pile for the Rescue Aces, and one pile for the X-Puries, or Puries in general. And now the next pack, the Unprotector. And yeah, maybe we even go for Infernobles at some point, because there's so many Infernoble cards in here. Generic Ritual support as well, so maybe there's another Rescue Ace Airlifter, alright.
Machine Duplication, Mikanko Rivalry, and the Reno. Look, we're getting the Infernoble Knights. Alrighty. We might be going that route. Who knows? This might be where we're going for. Could actually be. So, next pack. We still haven't pulled an Ultra Rare. And the Ultra Rares are probably going to be the decider on what deck we play, because they are like the most expensive cards and we only have €5 per episode. So, it's not really easy to get them very quickly. So, we should work with what we have. So, I guess it depends on which archetype gives us the most Ultra Rares at the beginning. Overlay Regan. Target 1 5-up XYZ monster on the field and attach this card to it as a material. So that could work with Pureries. It's not great. I'm telling you, it's not great, but it could work out. So there's Sprite's Blessing. Alright. Oh, and the Immortal Phoenix Gearfried. Would that be a card that I could actually play in, like, any of the Equip Play decks? Ooh, let's go! The Purely, okay. So this is a big indicator maybe already on which deck we're going to build. We actually have Purely, the main deck monster of the Purely deck. The whole deck is centered around this card, so I might be very, very tempted to go for this deck. And I mean, generally I really like the deck. I think that's a pretty decent looking deck. Ooh, Delicious Memory, okay. I guess I'm just going to put down the Purely down there so you can see it all the time, so you can already see the progress, which Ultra Rares we pulled. And that's a really cool card. Oh, and 1-for-1 is a super rare on this one as well. Looks beautiful as a super rare. I gotta say that. Play Infernobles? You guys have to tell me in the comments, because we're going to build the deck together until the next episode, so until next week. And you guys should definitely give me your opinion on what you think we should play. Oh, there's Plum. Alright. In here as well. Alright, roll it. And Heavenly Gate of the Mikanko. Okay, so our first Ultra Rare is actually a Mikanko Ultra Rare, so this might be an indicator that we should instead go for the Mikanko deck. I was already leaning towards Puri very much, but now this maybe gives me a little bit of a different direction. And look at that, my friend, Purely in there. So our second Ultra Rare is also one of those. Alright. So yeah, let's see. what do we have here? Let's grab them and try to figure out whether Fury really is a reasonable approach. Could we go? Look, let's first of all fetch out the Exceed monsters. How many of the Exceed monsters do we have? We have a lot. We only have one of the main deck monsters, but we have all of the Exceed monsters, which is good because the Exceed monsters can also be special summoned out. Like, it's good to mix up with the Exceed monsters. So quickly sorting all of that. And we have 3 happiness. All right. There's even another one hiding under there. Yep. So it's even 4, but we can only play 3, of course. Then there's beauty. Okay, what a beauty. We have another option. We have double plump in there as well. Fair enough, fair enough. What else is there? 1 Noir and also 1 X purely. So this is rank 7s. I don't know whether we're going to have too much fun with those, but yeah. So 4 copies of the trap and then the quick spells. That's where it's getting interesting. We need the quick spells. That's Happy Memories. Alright, yep, we have a playset of Happy Memories. That's good, that's really good. And then we also have Delicious Memories down there. And the Field Spell. I mean, we could play the Field Spell. We have a playset of it as well. And there is the Delicious Memory. Also another playset. I mean, that's really good. Like, all the quick spells are, or like a bunch of the quick play spells are rare. So that gives us easy access to them. And now onto the Rescue Ace monsters. And I'm honestly concerned that without the boss monster, the deck just doesn't do a whole lot. So 2 of them, 2 of the Fire Engine. We also don't have the Hydrant. The Hydrant is also important. Of the rares, there is this guy, Fries, the Fire Attacker, and then the Lifter as well. Do we have a playset of the Lifters? Yeah, we do have a playset of the Lifters as well. So they have a couple of rare cards as well. So if this deck is worth playing without the boss monster, or the boss monster is like comparably cheap so we could get early access to it in like a couple of episodes, then I would also be down to play this deck, like, quite honestly. But the theory should be that we should focus on one deck. And when I look through those Mikanko cards, I think I quickly realized that this doesn't look like a core we could actually play Mikanko stuff with. Like, when I go through those cards, like, we don't have enough monsters for the Mikanko archetype, so I don't think it's going to be a good thing to do, quite honestly.
Just before ending the video, I wanted to quickly address one more thing to you. You guys are absolutely invited to participate in this project. I want you guys to be very active in the comments, hit me up on social media, and give me your input on which cards to play, which cards to buy with our budget. So we are now starting up with the pool that I just presented to you. You see what our card pool is, and it's not very big because it's only one display. And you guys can give me ideas on how we should use our first budget of €5 to upgrade this deck. So we shall definitely go for some staples, I think, but we should also just finish one of the archetypes. So guys, 2 questions. Which archetype are we going to play? And also, which cards are we going to get for our first budget week of €5? I'm very happy for this project. I am very hyped for this project, and I hope you guys are as well. See you for episode number 2 of The Budget Champion.